Now that you have all your gear, now it's time to put the gear inside the bag. I'm going to show you how I put my gear inside the bag that best works for me. Hello and welcome to Spirit Forest. I am going to go over how I pack my backpack. This is how I do it. I do feel that everyone has their own body types and their own way of how they like their weight. And so just learning from one person and doing just what that one person does, I don't think is the right answer. You really need to try it out on your own. I will again show you what I do. And I also created this really nice diagram for you guys to kind of show you what I recommend in regards to packing your pack. Okay, I'm going to talk just a little bit about me and kind of my body type, give you guys kind of an idea. I do have really broad shoulders for a woman, and so I'm okay with some weight on my shoulders. Women that have more of like, I don't know how you, what do you got, like bony shoulders, littler shoulders, might have a harder time with a lot of weight on their shoulders. And so, you know, keep that in mind. I have been backpacking for over 22 years or so, and so I'm pretty used to it, and my body is kind of accustomed to that kind of weight on my back. My packs range anywhere from like 35 pounds to 50 pounds. It really depends. My heaviest pack that I took on was a 6-day trip, and it was me and my dog at the time, and my pack was about 55 pounds. I weigh about 135, 140, somewhere around there. I am about 5'5" and a half. That half counts. So give you kind of an idea. I do have my waist is really small, so I don't have hips that come out really big like some women do. I do put, again, like I said, I do put some more weight on my shoulders. Okay, I've seen other people put a big trash bag, like one of those really thick trash bags, inside of their backpack and then load their pack that way. I don't do that. I think if I was in an environment that rains a lot, that I would do that, but here in Colorado, I don't do that. Usually my poncho is good enough, so when it's raining, I just put the poncho over me and I'm fine. Okay, I want to quickly show you my backpack. Again, I bought this backpack back in the 90s, so it is a pretty old backpack, and a lot of the newer backpacks are a lot lighter. Okay, here's my backpack. And I'm sorry, there's a family that has kind of moved in right next to us. But this is the area for my sleeping bag, which is right down here. This is the area for my water, so my water can fit inside here. And then I have a lot of little carabiner holders on the outside here for stuff to fit in as well. And then at the top, I have a nice little top area that opens up for me. And it has a little baggie at the top for some other items too if I need it. So when packing my pack, I put my sleeping bag on the bottom. My backpack is made just for the sleeping bag to be at the bottom. So I don't really, some people put their sleeping bags at the top. Some people actually put them underneath the backpack on the outside. I would do that if my pack was really stuffed full of more fluffy stuff in there. I would put my sleeping bag on the outside. The way that my backpack is that I need to put my water in first before I put everything else in. Now, if you guys have seen my video of buying my daughter a brand new backpack, her water is on the outside, which I think is ideal, and I wish that I had that, and makes me want to use her backpack, but I'm going to give it to her to use first. So my water is on the inside. It is right near my back, right behind me. So I like that. I feel that it centers me. My water is one of the most heavy things that I have. Again, depending on the area that I'm at, sometimes there isn't a lot of streams, so I do need to pack in a lot of water. After I put my water in, I put in my tent, and my tent is really long, so I put it in vertical, and then I start putting stuff on either side of the tent. So what I put in there, the stuff that I don't really need right away while I'm hiking. So I'll put in my toiletries down at the bottom, and then my clothes. A lot of times when I'm backpacking, and again, I'm going to have a whole video just on clothes for backpacking, but I don't bring a ton of clothes. So I have clothes for when I'm hiking, I have layers, and then I have clothes for when I'm sleeping and it's really cold out. And that is it. So my clothes bag is really not that big. After I put my clothes in and my toiletries in, I put in my food and stove, and then I put in my jackets. I do put my jackets towards the top because that is one item that when it starts to rain, you want to get to that jacket right away. I also put my sleeping pad towards the top a little bit too. The new sleeping pads, which are the air mattress ones, are really light compared to the ones that I was used to, that you had to roll up, that were really big. These are pretty small and lightweight, so I put that towards the top too. There's a lot of times when I stop for lunch, I might blow it up a little bit and sit on it as well. At the top of my backpack, that is where I store some extras, which would be like headlights. I have anything that I might need on the trail. I put a lot of my camera gear in there. On the outside of my backpack, that is where I store my rain jacket and my poncho. Again, when it starts to rain in Colorado, you could be hiking over a hill and all of a sudden it's just pouring rain. So always be prepared to get that rain gear out fast. This pack is pretty light. I would bet this pack is probably only like 25 pounds or so right now. I have no water in it. And I didn't put a lot of extras in it. Sometimes I bring a little bit of extra stuff in there, but I was just kind of showing you how I pack it. Most of the weight in my backpack is down towards the bottom, or right towards the back of the backpack, which is my spine area, where I have a lot of my water goes down this area as well, and it's close to me too. It helps me balance it. If I were to put my water, in my experience, if I were to put my water out here on the outside of my pack, it really starts hurting my shoulders. So I try to keep all the heavy stuff as close to me as possible, and again, that balances me. I've seen people put water up on the top here. Again, I don't like that as much as I like it kind of towards the whole bottom of me. But as long as it's centered, I think it's fine. The newer packs actually have these really nice snack pockets here. I don't have it in my older pack. Actually, I have it a little off center here. But they do have these really nice snack pockets that kind of come out a little bit more. I keep a knife on me so it's easy to reach in case I need it. And my bear spray is right here, so in case I need the bear spray as well, it is right in my side pocket. So I want to show you, this hat's really good for keeping the sun off my shoulders and a lot of times the bugs around my ears and such, but there are times where I'm hiking, and this is a little bit, sometimes it's a little further up, but it'll keep pushing on it, and then eventually my hat just does this all day long. It keeps popping off. So I do like these baseball caps for when I'm hiking or backpacking as well, because then that way it doesn't hit at all on my backpack. And this hat was given to me by Moses. Moses, thank you so much. I love my new hat. Okay, so now I want to show you guys just really quickly is my rain poncho and how I put that on. Okay, I just took my poncho out. To take my poncho out, I do need to take off my my backpack, but it is a pretty large poncho, and I can also use it for a tarp as well. It has an opening at the top. That's where my head goes through. And then it has some buttons on the side here that I can just button close to create an armhole inside there. So again, it's kind of like a big square, and then my arms would go through the outer parts here. And then I usually wear a rain jacket under that too, but it is pretty warm here today and I don't feel like putting my rain jacket on. This is always entertaining watching me try to put this poncho on. And a lot of times I'm putting it on while the storm's coming, so it's already raining, and I'm out on the trail and I'm walking while I'm putting it on. So that's not the hard part. When I'm alone, it's hard because I gotta get it over my pack. Ooh, did it work? Mostly got it over. Did it work? So it is not the easiest thing to do on the trail, but I always eventually end up doing it. But you can see how it covers my entire pack, and then all I need to do is just snap them together. Try to find the right ones that snap to the right button, but sometimes I don't snap them all right. But the whole point is just to keep me dry until the storm's done. And again, in Colorado, the storms usually only last probably a good hour or so, and then they're done. So I can usually just hike like this for a good hour, and then I take it off really fast. If you notice though, it does show my legs. Most of the time when I'm hiking in shorts, so I'm waterproof. But I do have rain pants as well. If I feel like it's gonna rain for a long period of time, then I'll put on some rain pants so it keeps me warm. But I'm gonna try to snap these. So it's not the best looking thing, and I got some more buttons down here that I can fasten to the bottom here as well. Again, it works. I always think of it, I need another option, but it literally covers my whole pack. Some of the packs that are out there, it comes with a rain fly on it, but it's still going to get your pack wet because the rain fly only covers the outside of it, but it doesn't cover anything on the inside. So what happens when it rains, it comes in on the inside, where this one, when it rains, it doesn't penetrate at all into my backpack. So my backpack, compared to other people's backpack, is dry, where theirs is really wet. So I really like my poncho for that. But I am looking for other options. If you guys know of any, let me know. But I wanted to show you what the pack looks like with my rain poncho on it, because I don't think you guys have seen that yet. I want to thank you guys for watching. Again, I'm doing a whole series of videos just for backpacking. I hope you guys enjoy them. I'll put it all in a playlist over this next month and a half, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you.